Janine, 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 Janine.
Ooh.
Janine, Janine. That
Did you
just
know?
started
Did
going
you
through
happen
my.
to know that I was actually named after a song?
No, I didn't know there was a Janine song
Well,
besides the
in the
one I just made up.
in the 1940s, my mother named me after a song called "Janine, I Dream of Lilac Times."
Oh, that makes me look at you so different.
No, it doesn't.
I see you. I see you in purple from
Oh,
now on. Yeah,
it's my favorite color. Purple's my
lilac.
favorite color.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
real quick question while I'm moving everything over because Facebook's taking its grand old time. Um, how was your Thanksgiving? We need an update on the turkey that you ordered. We need an update.
That's fine. I did not get resounding applause or compliments, but it did the job. Yeah.
Oh,
So
you did
whatever.
not.
Yeah. The decorating was cute. Yeah. Whatever. So it's over. On to the next thing.
Was it edible? That's the question. As long as
Yes,
it was
it was.
edible, it's all that
Yes.
matters.
Yes.
You
It might
know,
have been a little dry because I don't even know how to, I didn't know how to warm it up and I probably did it wrong, but
okay,
it was.
before it moves over, because it's just moving now. My son's girlfriend's father, they did Thanksgiving on a different day because they weren't feeling well over Thanksgiving, and they just happened to, all be in for the weekend. So Anthony was invited over there. When he got there, the guy had the outdoor turkey fryer outside with cardboard and everything under it, and then he had another one right next to it that had blown up already. And he had to go buy a new one. And Anthony goes, do you need my assistance, or you want me to
Yeah.
just walk right past you? And he goes,
No,
no, you
are
can
you sure
stand
you
here.
even want to do this? Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
So he said they got it working. What ended up happening was they were cleaning it, and you put water in it, and I guess there's flame underneath it, and he had the flame going like to dry it, and what happened was it burnt a hole in the bottom of it. So they had to go buy a new turkey fryer. So anybody who fries their turkey, drop it in the comments. I don't. We put ours in the oven, so I don't know anything about a deep fried turkey. But
So then, well, it's become an annual event. This is the second time.
uh-huh.
So on Sunday at my mom's independent living place, I did put on a big Christmas party for her and 40 of her friends.
Oh, I remember you
Uh,
talking about this.
yes, and they each got a piece of Park Lane jewelry, and we raffled off some more. And my
I love
sister-in-law
that.
made these adorable little goodies, and they said it was just their favorite party of the year. So I'm already like so festived up. We had to go to a funeral today, so I had on my little black mini impression.
Oh,
So yeah. So now anyone who's here to hear about our job knows that you can do Thanksgiving, Christmas parties, and funerals decked out in
all,
Park Lane. Not to
all
mention
reasons.
everyday things like this.
All reasons for all seasons. Hey, somehow it is December. Okay, let's talk about that.
December.
And also, somehow it's Monday night. And I don't know how this happens, but it happens super, super quickly every single week for you and I. But for those of you who just hopped in, please put in the comments who invited you here tonight, because this is our annual free jewelry call, our free bling call that we do on Monday nights. Not annually. I don't know why I said annual.
Because I did.
Weekly free
Because
jewelry.
I was talking about our party annually.
Yeah. And let me tell you, here's what's cool about this. Your price of admission was the fact that stylist, whoever you're putting the name in the comments right now, that stylist invited you, wanted to give you some warm winter wishes and enjoy 20 minutes of us talking back and forth about what Park Lane is. Your price of admission is actually your time just to listen. And then you simply fill out your Google form that we're going to go ahead and post at the end. It's also posted in the description of this video. And Mary Grace picks a winner, and every single week somebody wins free jewelry. And I have to tell you that we're getting resounding. People are very happy with what they're winning, Mary Grace. You seem to be really sending out real nice packages. I want to give a shout out to Suzanne.
Yes, it does show up on my credit card at about $150 to $200 worth of stuff every week, which is fun. Yeah.
We had a fashion director last week who invited Suzanne Mazzola to give her a shout out. And she was our winner last week. And I'm sure she's absolutely loving her jewelry and is probably back again this week. So I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing our executive company vice president, Mary Grace Lewandowski. And I ask her 4 simple questions about direct sales and what we do, basically. You get to listen. Hopefully, it piques your interest and you want to speak with your stylist who invited you here tonight about other ways where you can get involved in Park Lane. And
Yes.
we just want to share the love tonight. That's all we're going to do is share the love. So, without further ado, Mary Grace, because we are good on time, let me ask you this first question. I talk about direct sales. You talk about direct sales. It's what we do for a living. Let's explain to these fine folks like why direct sales. What exactly is it, and how does it differ from the industry term of MLM?
Yeah. Yeah. As you were even, if it was we were visiting earlier too, it just occurred to me like, honestly, like how this call can be life changing stuff. I know that sounds dramatic, but
No, it is.
like this is life changing stuff. Like we're
Yeah.
going to leave you in better shape than we ever found you. That's for sure. Even if you think you're in perfect shape, you're going to be a little bit more perfect if you decide to give Park Lane a whirl. So, direct sales. You know, it's an encompassing title for a business that we run out of our own home as independent consultants. Multi-level marketing is a different type of business, and my understanding is their main focus is recruiting, and they call it
Mhm.
multi-level marketing because honestly, part of your job when you're part of that industry is to keep track of your levels, and you want to have multi levels in order to make the most income.
Right.
And again, it's a recruiting based business. As many people as you can to switch over from just being a consumer to an actual seller is kind of the name of the game. And it's generally a product where it's a repetitive product where people's
Right.
like credit cards are charged every month. Okay. Direct
Hmm.
sales, which is what we represent, means direct to consumer. And the biggest difference is that we are a party plan business, which means our main focus is sales. You know, we represent a jewelry company. Now, do we want to recruit people into our business? Yes, we
Of
absolutely do,
course.
because there's only so much we can do. And when we recruit people, it's like opening additional stores. So yes, we love to share it, but there's not a lot of pressure. There's no pressure
Mhm.
really for anything when you hear about what Park Lane expects of you. But it is a more of a direct to consumer liaison between the company and
Mhm.
the customer. So that is the biggest difference between direct sales and multi-level marketing. If you want a real synopsis, a personal synopsis on direct sales, it's a life-changing thing. I'm going to say that again. It's like running your own business with none of the overhead, none of the pressure, and none of the financial risk. Especially here at Park Lane, you do it as little or as much as you want. It's just an extra funnel of income when you
Right.
determine when you're able to work it.
Hmm.
That's direct sales.
I love that.
Gotcha.
How does jewelry fit into that?
Well, if you're going to represent a direct sales company, there's many of us out there and
Lots.
many different products out there. And as a matter of fact, some of you have heard this before. I'm going to say it again. I came from another company. Janine came from another direct sales company. Whether your company is in jeopardy or has changed a lot of things, which is what mine had done. If you see the writing on the wall, or if you just need a switch, Park Lane is the only direct sales company that recognizes experience. We
Right.
actually listen to what you have done in the past and bring you in at a position that we feel, or a profit level that we feel that you have earned by your past experience. So if you are currently or at any time in your life have represented a direct sales company, be sure to let us know that, because you may be eligible for a higher title. And also be sure to tell your friends that are in direct sales, because not to make it sound like this, but I know Janine and I felt this way, and I can only speak of my own experience. When you have started at the ground floor and you've worked yourself up in a company, you feel a little trapped sometimes. It's like, I'm not going to start all over, you know? So I absolutely loved that with Park Lane, we didn't start all over. When I did start all over, I had a lot. I mean, when I did restart with a new company, I had a lot of experience. And I knew a lot more about direct sales than I
Right.
did 30 years ago or whatever. And this time I knew that I needed to pick a product that would be the most beneficial. and I purposely chose jewelry, as did you, as did the Levine family who started our company in 1955.
Mm-hmm.
Super smart. They knew they wanted to use the direct sales profit plan and model, but they didn't know what product. And when they hired these consultants to go out into the world and come back and tell them what they thought, all of them came back with jewelry as number one, which kind of threw the Levine family for a loop.
I bet.
But you and I, now having lived it, we get it.
Understand.
Here's the things the consultant said. Here's the things that we still see with jewelry. Whenever you're going to represent something, you want to have a really broad market, and jewelry has an unbelievable market. Really, anybody is going to consider buying jewelry. Okay, either for themselves or for a gift. Even somebody out there is going, nope, my aunt Ethel hates jewelry, but that's
Ethel.
1%. Overall, aside from Ethel,
Aside from
everybody
Ethel.
likes jewelry, or at some time or another will consider purchasing
Right.
jewelry. Also, whenever you're representing a product, you want to think like, is it a fad? Is it a trend? Like, or what? Well, yes, a lot of products are, but jewelry has been around for $150,000 years, and shows a $43 billion forecast in the next few years. So it is a really good place to be for that matter. Okay. Also, from the standstill, our, as reps. Why can't I talk today?
It's okay.
As
From our
reps,
standpoint.
I'm having a hard time with words. As a rep, we're like, okay, why would I want to sell jewelry? Oh, okay, because it's really inexpensive to ship and store. Okay, we hardly have to take up any space in our home. All right, we can put our stuff in the size of a purse. All right, I want something that I can do both online and in person if I want to. Okay, click, definitely clicks that box. Okay, what about, like, is this something people will get sick of? Is it a trend? No, it's been around forever. Is it consumable? I want something that people are going to want more than like one of. Yes, jewelry is considered consumable. Fashion is considered consumable because it changes with the trends and with the times and with the, with the outfits and with the seasons. Okay, we're seeing all that right now. And so it has longevity on its side, which is a really good thing. It has a huge market on its side. One of the things that I don't know that I realized how impactful this would be, but people wear our product and we wear our product. This is super cool because there's no big advertising and there's no like going out into the world and having to like reel people in, because they see our stuff and they go, oh my gosh, I love your necklace. And then we can say, oh my goodness, let me text you my website, so it's a very, as easy as it can be, it's a very easy product to represent, and it clicks all those boxes and it's not going anywhere. So there you go.
I love all of that. And listen, my cat agrees because now Midnight decides to come in my office, walk around my feet now. So if you guys hear that.
Yeah. Is your cat black by any chance?
Yeah, she's black and brown and she's a pain. She's right here, but I just don't want to pick her up because she'll freak. So
no, that's okay. I just thought Midnight would be a stupid name for a white cat, but
she's black and has a little bit of brown. She came to us at midnight. That's how that all started. In our tree line at midnight. Yeah, and that was we named her Midnight. Okay, so I apologize if you're hearing a cat meowing. It's my cat.
In the history of said cat named Midnight.
Named Midnight. Oh, I love all of this. And I also want to ask the people that are watching if they would just drop in the comments, like, have you done direct sales before? Because Mary Grace talked about our direct to point program. And I always love when she sprinkles that in, because in my mind, I mean, first of all, that is how 99.999% of her leader team and her organization came to Park Lane. Okay. We all came in through direct to point. Why? Because we had been with other direct sales companies that we absolutely positively loved, and we had direct sales in our blood and in our heart. And when we saw what Park Lane would do for us and bring us in laterally, okay, commensurate to what we were making before, if not more. I think we're all making more.
Oh my God, we're all making more.
I'm pretty sure. But I mean, I'm saying, like, you came in, you got a lateral position based on your experience, which doesn't happen in direct sales. So what I want you to do is, if that appeals to you, because you have at some point in your life been in direct sales before, you've sold a product, put it in the comments. I'm interested in knowing, even if you're with MLM, it does not matter. Put it in the comments. I'm just interested in knowing how many people, because I think a lot of people do dabble. I do. I really believe that happens a lot. Yeah. Okay. So we talked about how easy it is to ship in store and where the projections are going for jewelry. Let's talk specifically with this group that's listening to us about why Park Lane specifically. Like, why should they choose Park Lane jewelry out of all the jewelries
Yeah,
they have?
so I actually like was part of this kind of search. So I did a lot of the work for you, you guys. But like there are
Yeah.
other jewelry companies out there. So once I had determined that jewelry was the place to be, there's other direct
Right.
sales jewelry companies. And obviously I settled on Park Lane. And honestly, it wasn't a very hard decision when you stacked everything up. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I normally don't start with, but it is so critical. And I think because at this time of year, I don't know, but I think most of us feel a little bit of extra stress because
Oh,
so much is coming. We're spending money, things are happening, people are coming over, we're trying to fit in our regular life around all the holiday stuff. It just feels it's fun, but it also feels stressful. I loved that Park Lane took stress out of my life, and I'll tell you why. We have absolutely no minimums. We have absolutely no expectations. We can do this business truly as little or as much as we want, and
right.
we will never lose our title. We'll never lose what So I'm an executive company vice president. I could leave, go do bunches of other things, come back to Park Lane later, and I would still be
An
an
executive
executive
company
company
vice.
vice president. This is really big, you guys, because people almost always the first question is, what do I have to do?
Right.
And honestly, you don't have to do anything. I mean, if you want to get paid, we suggest you do, but you don't have to
Hmm.
do anything. So it is a very low pressure thing. And sometimes you wonder, how does Park Lane even do that? Well, they're just brilliant. It works. They don't lead with punishment or fear of
Right.
loss. They lead with all kinds of wonderful incentives. Okay. And so really, you may think you don't have time to do something like this. That is a pretty common answer, but you do because you get to decide when you would do it. If you're like, I'm going to do it for 15 minutes a month, then there
Yeah.
you go, right? Okay. So that's one of the reasons. But also, just the jewelry line in and of itself is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, you guys
Oh
have
my gosh.
probably
Yeah.
seen it, but it's also very broad. And I
Hmm.
found that with the other jewelry companies, they always had a certain niche. It could be a pearls was their main thing, or it could be a certain style, like trendy. And we have all of it. I think they say within our line, there's 6 different styles or trends that are represented. And anything that any other company had, we have that. So we have crystals, we have pearl, the whole thing. Okay. So I absolutely love that because I didn't want to narrow that market that I was so
Sure.
excited about being kind of broad. Okay. Then really, you guys, it comes down to our programs though. And it starts with our customer sale, which is ongoing, which sometimes they will adjust to make it better, but they never make it less attractive. And it's buy any 2 items for regular
Yeah.
price, get any 4 for half. Your 2 regular price items should be your least expensive. So really, technically, everything except for 2 little priced items is going to be half. People love that. How many Black Friday sales are you guys looking at for 50% off, right? We have it all the time. And then when people spend $90, they get any item they want for
Right.
$35. So all of a sudden, this beautiful, I don't even know how much this is, close to $200, is like $35 when you spent 90. Okay, customers love it, easy to repeat, easy to tell others, free advertising. Okay, they're excited to tell people. Also, their best value is at $90 or up. Hi, Midnight. Their
She's
best
freaking out.
value is at $90. It's probably my voice, is at $90 or up. So the customer's thrilled. The hostess is thrilled to share this sale with her friends. We are thrilled because they're not buying one piece of $5 jewelry.
Right.
Okay. And we get paid percentage on what they buy. So we love that our average order is over $100. And we love that these individuals are going out in the world generally, as a rule, not wearing one piece of jewelry, but probably showing up in their circle of friends with 7 new
Right.
pieces of jewelry, right? So it's just more advertising. All of that builds on to what makes the rest of our program so cool. The hostess program, where somebody is incentivized to share us
Sure.
with their family and friends. First, they want to do it because of the sale, but then we reward them. Park Lane rewards them. We don't pay for it. Did you know some people have to pay for their own hostess? No. Park Lane pays for this. Park Lane takes care of this, and our hostesses are just showered with free jewelry. Average hostess gets $400 to $1,000 in free and discounted jewelry, and it's based on every order. So it doesn't matter how much your friends spend. This is big, you guys, because people used to say, oh, I hate to ask my friends to spend money. Or my friends, they don't really have a lot of extra money, so I'm not going to get anything. Yes, everybody does, because
Right.
it's based on how many orders.
Right.
$20 free per order, $40 when you get to 10 orders. Okay. One of my favorite ways to say it, Jeannie, you've heard it before, is don't you think between the two of us we could collect $10, $30 orders?
Yep.
And people say yes. And then I'm like, that's $300 in sales, but you would get $400 free. I mean, how can they even afford to do that, right?
I don't know.
We don't care. It's
But they do.
we don't care how they do it. We're just happy they do. No, but it really is. They've been around since 1955. They're debt free. They're cash rich. It's like they're just in really good shape, which is another great reason to go with them. Number one direct sales jewelry company in the world.
Yeah.
And then of course you have your customer plan, you have your hostess plan, and then you have our plan, your fashion director plan, and we're the highest paid in the industry. Because of said things that I just said, but also because they're just so incredibly generous and they can afford to do many, many wonderful things for us.
Right.
And literally, it's a family-owned business. It's the second generation is in charge right now. Our CEO absolutely does not want anybody to have more than his reps. And I know that sounds like, oh yeah, right.
True.
No, it's true. He keeps his ear to the ground. So if somebody else has a car, okay, well then we're going to have a car. We have a Mercedes program. If somebody else is going to have a trip every year that people can earn, we're going to have 2 trips a year that people can earn. Now, I want to tell you right now, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to be very specific. Today is December 1st.
Mm-hmm.
They just announced a program where with 2 recruits and a certain amount of sales between all of you, which is not prohibitive, in the month of December, you can win a trip to Amsterdam.
Insane.
Earn. I'm not kidding you guys. So first of all, I don't normally do this, but if someone invited you on this call, you could be helping them earn a trip to Amsterdam by saying yes. That's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Not only that, but you could have a chance to earn Amsterdam by saying yes and bringing 2 friends.
Yep.
You guys, we will split it. I'm not pulling the wool over your eyes. I'm not tricking you. This is totally doable. I know you're going, what? But it's true. And it all happens in December. And this is the first day of December.
Wow.
So if you've ever wanted to really bless somebody and you've been on the edge about trying this business anyway, tell that person yes, and she's absolutely going to be over the moon, or he, because, okay. So we're highest paid in the industry. We start people at 30% personal, what's that word?
Commission.
30% all the way
commission.
up to 50% commission. Yeah. And then there's weekly bonuses, monthly bonuses, up to $1,000 in free jewelry every month that we earn. It's craziness. What are you doing on the call still, you guys? Go sign up.
I know. And it's even dumb for me to ask this final question, but why now? I mean, if Amsterdam isn't enough for you, why now?
Rewind tape. If I was, how old am I? Rewind this tape. And watch
Blockbuster.
what I just said. Yeah. That's one reason. But as if that's not enough, you guys, in the next couple weeks, you could just like rake it in with everybody's holiday last minute shopping. It's wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
It'll work for you guys. It'll work for you. Also, we did this huge mega party that you could get in on, and my leaders do all the work and you get all the sales. Like, this is a wonderful time to get in. But we also have a special deal going on for $129. Put $129 on your credit card. Schedule your intro show. The person who invited you to this call will do your show. It can be in person, it could be online. She will discuss, or he will discuss all of the different ways in which you could do this.
They will.
You will get the free stuff. Okay, so for $129, you get to pick $500 in jewelry from Park Lane right now. Plus, crazy. You get to be the hostess and pick all of the free stuff that way. Okay?
Yeah.
Plus, you get paid for this show. So within this next week, depending on how quick you have it, do it in the next couple days, you could literally have a paycheck. Okay. And then that paycheck will pay the $129 and usually then some, usually about triple, and you're off and running. Now, I feel like there might be something else that they're doing in that. Are they doing anything else besides the 129? I mean, the 500. They don't.
I'm
need
sure
to.
they are. I haven't seen. I can't tell you with distinction what it is. And
we
it's just
run
because
out
I
of,
haven't looked. I apologize.
We run out of like what they're gonna do. But
Well,
anyway,
the last update we had was up till the 26th of November, so I don't really know. But they usually do the kit boost, and they've been doing the kit boost, but I don't know if that's there or not. So
yes, and there's always something extra for you guys, and we will double check that for you. Your rep will double check that for you.
Yeah.
But yes, absolutely. Now is the time to start. And then you know what, you guys, we get a new line in January. So you put your toe in the water now. It's so tempting to go, oh, I'll just wait till January.
So fun. No,
Do it
don't.
now. Nothing to lose, only
Mhm.
stuff to gain. The whole Amsterdam thing on the table. Do it now. Yeah.
And I can tell you that the stylist that invited you here would be thrilled if him or her
That's
got a
Christmas
message
present.
from you right now saying, I'll book a party, right?
Oh
It
my
all
gosh.
starts with booking a party.
Best Christmas present ever. And you guys, you can't believe, I don't know. I think I saw a percentage the other day. I'll look it up later, but double-digit percentage of people that haven't started their Christmas shopping yet.
Oh,
So
easily.
I know. Yeah. So what the heck, right? Let's get in on that and represent this amazing company. And I promise that you will leave with more than you came with, should you decide to leave. But most people stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a Google form that's attached to the description on this video, as well as at the top in the featured section of the Grace and Grit Studio. You want to go ahead and fill that out immediately. Get that into Mary Grace. Fill it out in its entirety, please. The ones that are not filled out in their entirety do not go into the drawing. So you need to fill everything out and send it in. Mary Grace chooses the winner by Wednesday morning, so you want to get it in quickly. And your next message is to your stylist who invited you. Check back in with them, tell them what you thought, and give them 3 things that really impressed you about what you heard tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
If
you
someone called
so
me right
much.
now and said I want to book a party in December, I would be hopping up and down excited. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh good. Yeah.
Makes our day. Makes our
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Bye.
night.